everybody. I did my live a little late this week. Just a little bit late. I don't even know. Well, I do know. I was sitting here and I'm thinking, it's raining. Um, I'm very glad that it's raining because the allergies that I had are going out the door, are being washed away. I do want to talk about believing that you can, even when you think you can't. Such a kind of, um, is it an oxymoron? I don't know. But it sounds impossible, right? But the real reason that I talk about this is because this is something that I've struggled with, and um, just the um, believing that I can when I believing that I can when I think I can't, right? So where does that come from? Like what backs that up? What makes that a real thing in your life? What makes it a real thing is because I've made it a real thing in my life, right? And the reason that I think I can't is because I'm thinking about all the other, so it can go both ways. Believing that you can when you think you can't, right? Um, but we all know that believing is like that's the driving force. But what backs up the think you can't, and what backs up the you thinking that you can't? Because I'm getting all tongue twisted and mind ruled around here. Is that you're looking at everything besides what you can do, right? So let me give you an example. I'm a writer. I love writing. I like teaching. I'm a teacher. And I do those things very well, right? Nobody have to tell me. I just know when I'm teaching people, when I'm writing things, people just understand it a little bit better because that's who I am. So I know these are true, but here I am thinking about how to sell, how to reach. Like those are just things that I'm not supposed to be thinking about. And that's what makes me think I can't. Now me believing is me standing on my creativity. Is standing on what I know for myself to be true. So believing what you can and then thinking that you can't, they go hand in hand because we need the two to meet up. We need the two to be together, right? But you can start in that state. You can start in that state of believing that you can't. Because, I mean, thinking that you can't because you believe that you can, right? You know that you can do those things that you do very well. And when you start to do them, and we do say your mind is all, there's going to be these little open windows of momentum that's going to shift for you, and it's going to show you that, hey, you really need to get behind this. You're on full force. You really need to just dig your heels in, and even though it's not producing those results yet, you're going to do it. And then it's going to change your thinking, but keep believing in what you do and what you do best. Y'all see my tan? That's all, like that's that track mom life. Boy, I look like I mean, I ain't gonna even go here. I got a whole bodysuit on of melanin that done rose to the skin. But I just want to encourage you guys today. Even though we know that the mind is all, belief pushes it. And you got to push through that thinking. Like your body will go, your everything will move behind your beliefs. So just wanted to tell you that. And this is for who it's for today. And I'll say it again for the ones that's watching, is believing that you can when you think you can't. You can do it. And when you think you can't, stand on your belief that you can. And like I just gave the example of, I know what my strengths are. That's what my belief is backed in. The thinking is because it's not gaining the momentum that I think that it's supposed to be gaining in. So you create something, you start a new business, you're in a relationship, you believe in your ability, but you're still like, hey, I don't know if this person is going to, but you know what? You might think it can't, but still, you can. You can. And you do what you need to do, and you back your belief up by what you do. If things aren't selling, if you're not making money now, it's okay. It's okay. Still stand on your belief in yourself and your in the things that you do, because you got to keep going. You got to keep going to create that momentum, and then it'll change your thinking. Just picked up this book. Y'all know I like the Powers books. This is The Power of the Other. Now, if you've been with me a while, this is my favorite book, The Power of Decision. And me in this book, look, then had a time. You see the spine on it? Lord help. But that's because this book will change your life. Well, any book, this book right here, when you make a decision, The Power of Decision, this book will change your life, because most of the times we don't make decisions. We let everybody else make decisions for us. We let everybody else's agenda roll out in our lives. Hey, hey guys. So when you make a decision to do that thing that you do, just like I said with believe that you can, even though you think you can't, making a decision to do it will push it forward. So if you have the time, but I also, like I told you guys, I like power books. So I don't know if I have my other one here. My book bag is full of coloring books. But like I said, I'm gonna show you guys again The Power of Decision. We should do a book club on this one. I'm telling you. And then this one I just picked up. I really don't know too much about it. And if you guys have read it, am I holding it the right way? Oh, this one is called The Power of the Other. So I'm going to be reading that book today. I'm probably going to finish it today. And then I'm going to get to my coloring because it eases my mind. And I'm up here looking for the other book that I have. This one's too. Somebody told me about this one. I'm not, I read it a little bit here and there. But what I like is it has some good little scriptures in there to back it up, and then also some really good ancient text in there too. So just a little mixture. So guys, get you some reinforcements. Really, that's what those books are for me. Those books. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Those books back me up, like in my mindset. Like I have to. Let me tell you guys something. What I do is I record my voice reading passages out of those books, especially the parts that speak to me. So this morning I went on a 1 hour walk. I listened to myself reading that so that it can just stick in my mind, so that I don't just read the book, I live out the words in the book. So like if you're having a problem with something in your mindset, I'm telling you, reading the book, recording it, and listening to it, maybe on your downtime, maybe before you go to sleep, that works. I mean, it's worked for me. And especially on doing lives, because I'm still not as comfortable as I would want to be, but I'm very grateful that you guys tuned in. I don't want to be long-winded because I can. And I'm, like I say, I'm so grateful that you guys joined me today. Thank you. And hello to everyone in the chat that said hello. That really means a lot, even if it's a crazy little comment or somebody who's not. But I really do thank you for sending love and light. Michelle Ellis. Is that Michael Ellis? Michael Ellis. And then Ben Y717. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that because we do need to hear on this journey that we're doing a good job. So we'll get into some more stuff. My live is late. I usually do them every Tuesday. I might do them later. What do y'all guys think? Should I do them later in the evening, at night? But anyway, you guys have a great one. I'm so grateful again. Always living in gratitude, always thankful. Um, I think you can. Can you subscribe and like? I think you can subscribe and like. Um, yeah. Go ahead. We'll be talking about some more mindset things. I'm also a trauma specialist, so maybe when you guys trust me a little bit, we can talk a little deeper. And I'm down for that always. But like I said, get some things to back up your mindset at these times. Hi, Jeff. How are you? Get some things to back up your mindset right now because everything's going crazy, but that doesn't mean that you got to go crazy. What you mean? What is that? But but that doesn't mean that you got to go crazy. You have to anchor yourself into something. And when I say anchor yourself into something, I don't know if you see my post. Your creativity is an anchor for you. You have to dig into your creativity. And if you haven't found it yet, go to my website. Go to my website. Like people, I don't know. As soon as I mention creativity, people be like, gone. People be like, what? As soon as I mention anchor yourself in your creativity, have you guys not done your creativity? Oh, you're asking me what's a trauma specialist. So I'm a Scorpio, and so one of my gifts are, well, thank you. One of my gifts, Ben, um, is that when I talk to people or if I see people, I can see their trauma. Like I don't even have to see you in person. I can either talk to you on the phone. Like if you told me what was going on, like you don't even have to go too deep. That's just my gift. And give you solutions on how to get to yourself. So a lot of people have these cycles that are repeating in their lives. Well, thank you. Hi, is it Prince? A lot of people in their lives, they don't know how to get to and get out of the cycles that they're in because they don't know how to listen to themselves. They don't know how to connect with themselves. And if you just listen to who you are, that's why it's called Loving Yourself to Life. Because until you get to yourself, until you get to yourself, you're going to always be running in a hamster wheel for somebody else. And that takes you so far away from yourself and so far away from your creativity. And that's why I'm saying in this time right now, you need to, thank you so much, Ben. Most people think so. In this time in your life, you really need to anchor yourself into your creativity. And like, so I'm showing you guys, like I say, how I do it because I'm all about, like, this is what I do. All So as of right now, I'm gonna show you guys. So this is more so like my creativity, right? So I'm always like, I have to color, or this is the one I'm working on right now. Like this one, I'm gonna show you something else. Like I say, reading the books is me. Crossword puzzles or seek and find things. This is my book that I just wrote. I'm about to add two more stories about it. Look at this one. Questionable occurrences. Yo, these are books from my these are books from my stories from my childhood. Everybody, kind of don't think about the supernatural things we see as a kid. So that, thank you. I color a lot. Let me show you Prince. Look. This is a coloring book. This is my coloring book, and this is me just, I haven't finished, like, I don't think. This one I haven't really. So I'm always, like I say, Okay. And these are all books that and this is my book that I created for myself. I did this book on Canva. This one I did on Canva for myself, and it's mindful because I really needed. And most of these were on my TikTok page. I would color them on camera. So this one you can find on, and I would just color these and just write things. So this is creativity, guys, and I do this. I just sit down and this is what I do. And I have many of them, and they're in so many different sizes. Like I have books. This is just, and this is because I'm a creative person. But this right here, and I'm showing y'all the stuff. I'm in Texas. This is my sketchbook. I don't know how to draw, but I imagine the places that I'll build for people. Like this is my place where I'll have my herbal teas and books, and people can come and sit. And look, I'm not the best at it, but this is me dreaming. And you can do this too. And this is what I'm talking about how you can place yourself in a creative space to where you're not out here listening to what everything goes on. So like I say, I write, I'm just in here just look, this is something else that I wrote. This is the creativity. And it's for you to keep your mind out of other people's business. It's to keep your mind out of things that's going to take you down and put you in a chokehold to where you can't do. See, this is my other love, and I just write, and I just do all of these things. Look, just create schedules for my places that I don't even have yet. That I don't even have yet. So I just wanted to show you that it looks different. I'm out here looking at it's raining. So I just want to encourage you guys today, just to be able to get into yourselves and do that. I'll be back next week on Tuesday. So Tuesday's the day that I go live and just chat it up. I see new faces, and I'm so grateful for you guys dropping in today. We'll be talking more about just things that can. If you want to put something in there, I am originally from New York. Prince. Is it Princey Girl? I'm originally from New York, so I've been up the East Coast. I'm from Brooklyn, so I've been to Maine, Connecticut, Jersey. I don't. Wait a minute. Where's Boston? Massachusetts. Woo! Look, I've not been to Boston. I need to go. You know where I want to go? I want to go to Vermont because I'm a writer, and they told me that in Vermont, that in Vermont, that's where the writers go. So I would love to go there. Now, if you're on this page and you guys are writers, I have a free writer book writing class that I want us to. Yeah, I don't. But you know what? I grew up in Florida, so since I was 2 years old, I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. See, I say it right. So I grew up in I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and I didn't leave Jacksonville, Florida until I was 21, moved to Miami, because that's where my husband's from. And then we've been in Texas now for about 12 years. I know, right? You heard people mess that up. You've heard people mess that up. So I literally, if I could say I was born in Jacksonville, but it wasn't, but I was raised. I've been on three. What's your favorite cruise line, Ben? I'm just asking. There's no right or wrong answer, but it's a right answer for me. What's your favorite cruise line? We've taken our children, and we want to go back. What's your favorite cruise line, Ben? Tell me, because you asked me if I've been on the cruise. Vista? Who's Vista? Who runs that? I mean, I'm a Royal Caribbean girl. We're gonna try the Virgin one. That's why I've never heard of it. I've never been on a Carnival cruise. I've never been on a Carnival cruise. Is that one of the newer boats? What? No, there's nothing to be scared of. Listen, this is what I say. So, Princey, listen to this. Listen to this. I tell my children this and my husband this. I am always in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for my good, even when I don't see the good. I am divinely protected and directed. And if there is danger, I am far from it. That is what I always say. And I trust that. So if that boat is going down, if there's going to be any kind of something going on that boat, I don't get on it because I put my word out there and I trust my word. So I'll say it again. And guess what? If you look at some of my videos, I say it all the time. And I'll write it down and put it in the I'll put it in the community post for you. So I'll say it again. Oh, you going in October? That's gonna be fun. So like I say, I'm always in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for my good, even when I don't see the good. I am divinely guided, protected, and directed. And if there is danger, I am far from it. And I added, I always see abundance. That's it. Let me tell you how I saw abundance today. I went walking and I went to the coffee shop and I came away with a free coffee. To me, that's abundance. You know why? Because that lets me know that the universe is looking out for me. So abundance isn't like, oh, give me money, give me money. I've gone on vacations that didn't cost anything and nice places too. So it's all about how you think. And that's why I said this book right here, I'm going to do a little bit more on this book, The Power of Decision. Once you decide, it's over. Once you truly decide what and who you want to be, that's why I say I'm always in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for my good, even when I don't see the good. I'm divinely directed, protected. I always see abundant, and if there is harm, if there's a bomb or something going, I ain't there. Cuz I decided that I'm always protected. So I want you guys to get that in your head too, because that'll help you. Oh, okay, it's going to be your third cruise. So you beat me. I've done my third cruise. I want to go on my fourth one. So we're thinking about going on the big boat, the one that what is it? The Royal Caribbean one. You know, my kids are due for another one. So today's my son's birthday, and I'm kind of wrestling with the internet. But today's my youngest one. He turned 12. So he's almost a teenager. Oh, really? Well, I'm glad. That's why I say I'm always in the right place at the right time. And let me tell you also, Prince, is it Princey Girl? It's Princey Girl, right? Say yes if I'm saying it right. Also, like I say, I usually do these on Tuesdays, like up in the daytime. But I'm thinking about changing them later in the evening. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Because I'm thinking about doing them later. Because like I say, I'm a teacher, I'm a healer, and I'm also a specialist with trauma. So that is what I do. Um, and my and my website is graceguidance.com. So I'm working on putting up some new stuff. There's a lot of free mindset stuff on there if you want to go ahead and look at that. But most of what I like to do is help people get into their creativity, because that's what's going to ground you and help you at this time. That's what's going to get you out the muck mess and the mind mess right now. Oh, you lost me? Well, come on back. So that's what I like to oh no. So, okay. And how does that affect you now? The Mardi Gras, is that the one that's in like New Orleans? I've never been to that. I don't really go into like a lot of crowded places, and I didn't understand why. Growing up, I never was a person that went to like like concerts and things like that. Like I'll go to like an amusement park, but I don't go to places where people's emotions kind of can get away with them because I'm an extreme empath. Like when I walk by people, I can hear what's going on. Like that's why I'm not scared of it, but usually I'm not guided to those places because those places don't really help me. I end up being Jay Chatfield. I end up being the I end up being the help. Like I can't go around people and they're going through like I can literally hear what their thoughts. That's why I don't really like going to church, which is something that I had stopped doing years ago. I stopped going to church. But my family is still Christian, so um I go I go and I kind of like do my own thing. That's when I write all my notes because I have to keep my mind busy because I'll be in there like everybody. I could be like, oh, this is what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on with you. Because a lot of people don't know what they're going on. That's what's going on with them. That's why they go to places like churches because they're seeking something that they're not finding for themselves. It's Jay Chatfield. That's my name. That is the name that I write. See, this is my book. I'm a name. And that's only one of my books. I have about 14, 15 books out. But and they're mindset books. That's my first teen book right there. Cheap to let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So Princey girl, when you say you're dealing with it every day and night, being strong, positive, and trying to be the best you can to make your life great as possible. What you want to do is, and this is how you are going to be free of that. There is no one solution, one shot way, right? You're going to have to be able to sit with what happened to you until it no longer evokes an emotion. I had to heal from abandonment from my mom and my dad, and I am now taking care of my dad, which I don't even know him. But the only way that I could do that is because I sat with those emotions of abandonment until it no longer brought up like this overwhelming like need to cry or just to be, oh my god, like that, just going off, on him. And then I did confront him, but that's because he's alive. Like if he wasn't, I would write. In my first go to my website. It's free. Go listen to the first part of the writing. You'll hear how I had to deal with that. And just go there. It's free. Go to it and listen to it because writing has helped me so much. And it got me to the point where I went and I confronted my dad and I asked him, I said, why didn't you come and get me? Why did you not love me enough for me to be, to have a relationship with you? Because that's the way that I saw it. I thought that my dad didn't love me enough to have a relationship with me. So I asked him, and then he told me about his own trauma as a child. And I was in my 30s, like my mid 30s, because I grew up hating the hell out of him and my mom. And they gave me everything. They would send money, all like I had whatever I wanted, had a car or whatever. But I went to him and I said why, and I did not know he had went through what he went through. So I try to tell people, if you have things that's going on with your parents, and we'll talk about my mom in the next one, because that's a whole, jeez, look, you need to approach your parents because sometimes you're so stuck in what you are going through that you really need to look back, and that needs to be healed. Like even them telling you about what happened to them, that's healing. Because like I said, I had never heard what was going on with my dad before. I had never heard this. And so when I heard it, I was like, damn, I understand. And that's why he has problems communicating today. And see, like, was that lightning? Y'all saw that? And see, now I'm from Florida. Ooh, Jesus. See, I'm from Florida. When it started lightning the can on, you need to go take a nap. You saw that? You heard it? But I like talking to you guys. I don't know. I don't even know how to let you know when the next time I'll be on. But like I say, it'll be Tuesday. And I know, right? Yeah, and I'm all sitting up high. I'm on like the second floor too. Like, what the world? But you know what? They know I'm doing my job right now. So I just want to finish that real quick. I just want to go over that. So for Princey Girl, you're not supposed to be bound by your fear. You know, you're not supposed to let fear hold you into a stagnated place. Because if you do, there is no progression and evolution for you. And what you really want to do, it's so nice to meet you too. But listen, send me a message. I want to know. Go to my website and I'll put it up there again, graceguidance.com. And then when you enter your email, we can I can I'm always I do blogs and stuff like that. Just do that one, and I want you to go into that first little course thing, because you'll hear more about how I told you how I had to overcome that particular trauma. Okay, so um, I'm just grateful for you guys today. I'm gonna sign off. This is the longest I've had it because I haven't had a whole lot of people commenting, but you guys have kept me on here. Ben, Princey Girl, thank you so much. Who else was it? It was somebody else earlier. Jeff, I appreciate you. And Michael. So thank you guys so much for dropping by today. And like, my last name is Chatfield, guys. I like to chat. And I also like to tell you tips on how you can heal whatever you want to heal, and also how to get into your creativity. So if you are stuck and you feel like you can't create, if you feel like you, come on, come on. Every one of us are meant to create. Every one of us are meant to create. We're not supposed to be in all these other people's business. We're supposed to be creating right now. You are supposed to be in your thinking mind. You're supposed to be in your thinking bag right now. Okay? So, until next time, y'all have a great day. Send me a message, send a comment, like the video, share it to people if I dropped anything today for you guys. And I will continue to say it again. Do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day.